Welcome everyone to the broadcast. Hello everybody. Happy Tuesday everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic night tonight. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, I am the sharply dressed man, playing some more Pathologic 3 tonight. Brent, thank you very much for the raid. How's it going today? What were we up to? Welcome raiders from Brent Behold's chat. If this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Bubbler, thank you for the compliments. Appreciate that very much. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week. Can't believe it's already mid-May. What happened to the year? It's just gone. You finished High on Life 2, it was okay. I feel like the first High on Life was okay too. Well, at least it's done. Solid 5 out of 10. Rory, thank you for the compliments. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes you gotta give those commands a little bit of time. I don't know about you all, but I'm ready for another night of misery and death in Pathologic 3. I can't wait. So for those of you that might have missed last night's stream, we're currently on day 6. There's 12 days. You might think that means we're halfway through the game, but I'm not entirely sure. I'll be honest, I feel like it's really hard to tell exactly how much of the game I have completed at this point. We've done 6 days. And there's 12 days. So, we'll see. Anyway, I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a great time. This game's a lot of fun, except it was a little bit bugged last time, and it's also very depressing. But in a good way. In like an interesting, depressing mystery kind of way. We have a lot of stuff to do. We're like halfway through day 6, I want to say. We did so much work yesterday, we didn't get a whole lot done. I think we're currently... What are we currently doing? Oh, that's right. We found a child. We found a kid. We're trying to help the kid get her... She has a mask, a dog mask, that she lost or was stolen from her. And we have to get it back. The kid politics in this game are weird. You have the dog kids and you've got the cat kids. They're always fighting each other. And the cat kids live in the warehouse, and the dog kids live in the giant tower in the sky. Brent, what's next? What are you gonna play next? Mixtape? We're playing the Americana Classic Mixtape? Dog kids for life. So they don't have dogs, they think they are dogs. Oh, you played it last week. Oh, never mind. We're way ahead of the curve, man. What'd you think? Did you enjoy the making out minigame? I hear it's delightfully awkward. It's also basically Life is Strange in the 90s, is that right? The tongue part was super unique. Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I heard. Everyone keeps talking about that like one sequence. I know nothing about Mixtape except that there's a minigame where you're kissing. Didn't vibe with the music, you think Life is Strange had better music. Got it. Yeah, my take on, like, I don't know anything about it, but what it looks like to me is it's a big 90s nostalgia cash grab, so who knows? Music is the main thing for that. I mean, it's called Mixtape. It's in the name, right? Yeah. Something that people actually used to do for each other. What do you do? What do kids do these days instead of making a mixtape? Do you send each other, like, shorts? Hello, Abdallah. Welcome. Hey, I sent you a short remix with some AI. It has all your favorite things in it. Alright. Well. Yeah, Brent, exactly. If you want to get on all the lists, there you go. You can make special playlists. Yeah, that's a good point. It made you a Spotify playlist. It has all your favorite music. Okay. Enough about that. So after this game, I think I'll finish this up in probably another 6 episodes. Just guessing that I am halfway through it. We'll see. So sometime next week, we'll finish up Pathologic 3. And then we have Valkyria Chronicles, which is the next JRPG that we voted on for from the community. Which I'll probably play until, like, October. And then after that, I don't know. I need something else to, like, sink my teeth into. We'll see. It might actually just be horror season at that point. Play through all the horror games. Which I wouldn't mind. I love horror games, so we'll just do the happy horror days from October until the end of the year. I'm ready. Train station. It's safe here now. I don't remember where we left off. Did we actually, like... Alright, we talked to the girl. Soul and Habs hide stolen dog faces somewhere in the warehouses. Perhaps a mask could return the dog girl to civilization. Notkin's people robbed their rivals. Let the chieftain reign in his own. I feel like we need to do both of those things. Felix will never forgive you? Who is Felix? Why is this person... Individual? Not forgiving Brent? I don't understand. We're still alive in the game. Hey, Luna. Did you expect that we wouldn't be? I mean, I've died several times already, if that makes a difference.
How do I get my leg mended?
Check this gambit, mage.
Whichever finger bleeds, the whole hand aches.
The officer does not move that way. The officer moves where it damn well pleases. He's the one giving orders, ain't he? Notkin, get your urchins in line. They are completely off the leash, stealing masks from the polyhedron. What is he talking about, Chieftain? Did your people really raid the polyhedron? I wouldn't know, would I? Doc here thinks mine are the same as yours. You tell him, Khan. I don't care for no disciplined garbage. My soul and halves are free people. They do what they want. Are you telling me you've never heard about the stolen masks? I mean, I heard them boasting about a good haul. Told them I was impressed. But I didn't go through the loot, if that's what you mean. I don't check every nut and bolt in their pockets. That is Andy's cat. Felix is Andy's cat. Oh. Felix likes to eat sandwiches, it looks like. So you refuse to do anything about this robbery, Notkin? If you got robbed, Doc, go bother the thieves. Don't you see I'm in the middle of something? I have a profit to save. I'll tell you one thing, though. What you're looking for isn't here. The castle is for big, important stuff. Ain't no place for your petty garbage. Must be in a stash somewhere. Where is that somewhere? Like I said, out there. In the streets. My guys make new stashes every day. Who keeps track? Hey, Casper, I saw that, if you weasel. My camel was on that square. Trying to swipe it while Doc was distracting me. So, we have to go digging through all of the crates in town to find the stuff. If there's a Pathologic 4, you need to do a hardcore run. Listen, I'm not that masochistic, okay? Hardcore is, generally not my playstyle. My Plague Doctor quarantined your camel. It returns on the board in 2 turns. Get wrecked. Okay. Soul and Halves acted on their own. Notkin refused to rat them out. What did I expect? Alright. So we just have to find it. If there's a Pathologic 4, it'll star the Changeling. And it will have a completely different mechanic. That's my guess. If I were a bunch of kids hiding dog masks, where would I hide them? Oh god. Would I hide them down in the... I'd probably hide them down here. Actually. I would actually dig a Changeling playthrough. Strictly speaking, you can play the Changeling right now. If you go to the... Like, if you just play Pathologic 1, you can play through the Changeling's story. Because it contains all 3 characters. Alright, that was not it. Oh, we did get some loot, so that's pretty good. Felix is Andy's cat and your emperor. Oh, he's that kind of cat. A little imperious. So, when he said it's on the streets, did he mean it was literally on the streets? I wonder. The town map says it's here in this district somewhere. Bad grief. Talk.
What?
Oh, look who's here. What are we feeling like today? Some tea, some booze, or some dead man's shoes? Have you seen any dog masks? What do you need them for? Going to a masked ball? The Soul and Ham stole some masks from the Polyhedron kids. Maybe you know where they keep trophies like that. Wouldn't last a day as a criminal, Dankowski. Even kids are smarter than you. Who in their right mind would set up a stash and never change the spot? You always move stuff around so no one catches on. I don't have that many trackers to go sniffing out kids' hideouts. Do you have any of those masks lying around? I need just the one. Well, that's a fine how do you do. Where'd you get the idea? Who do you think I am, my own enemy? To get on those kids' bad side by peddling their stuff? So even you are aware of them. Incredible. Incredible. Well, Bad Grief knows better. The kids are like... I don't know. Creepy.
Can't think like that.
I was watching my VOD from last night. And, sure enough, just by standing in any of the districts where there's plague, you just lose amalgam. It just takes it away from you. Which is weird because this goes right here, huh? You need it in order to use the time travel mechanic. Hey cow, have you seen any dog heads around? What about you guys? No, nothing?
Misophonia, Dankowski.
Alright, chat. If you were a child, where would you hide masks? Where would you hide them? It's already 4 p.m. Cave Canum. The monster turned out to be a dog-head girl. Her mask was stolen and she went feral. She won't steal a bull. She won't steal a bull. Hey, Gigolian. Where no stupid adults would find them? I see. I agree. So you can, I guess you can steal a bull instead of having, just buying one from Wilgimski, which is what I did. Get that.
As if things are animated.
Yes. Oh, that's pretty funny. Trade. Yes, I want all of that. Okay, so is this just another way to get a cow? Or a bull? There's more than one way to get a bull, and one of them is to have this soul and a half kid steal one for you? Perhaps a mask. Return the girl to civilization. It's here, in this district. I mean, it says it's right there in the middle of the train tracks, but that's obviously not right. Now let's check the corners. Like, let's just go to the corners of the warehouses, you know? Maybe it's back here somewhere. That's a piano. That's not what I expected to find back here, but alright. Just a random piano, yeah. You know. Where else would you put one? Loot. We found it. That's a lot of dog heads. Who's this rustler and scratcher? Hello, kid. You're doing a bad thing, mister. We don't sneak into that horse piddle of yours to steal your stuff, and you... Look at yourself. Come on, return our property, or are you one of those people who'll steal from kids? I mean, kids stealing from each other, but alright. Little doggy howled that these masks don't belong to you. Why did you rob the dog heads? Aren't you ashamed? They're my masks. I'm a dog head myself. Or I was, but not anymore. He's one of us now. He brought the masks. That makes them our masks. The tower kids can curse us till they're green in the face. We don't care. What game is this? This is a game called Pathologic 3. Their tower's on its last legs, too. It'll fall any day now. If someone's left the dog heads, they don't need a mask anymore, do they? Let alone this many masks at once. I'm gonna take one as a souvenir. You can't take stuff without permission, mister. Why are you like this? Now I'm cross with you. You can forget all about seeing us burn them in a bonfire tonight. So you're gonna burn those masks anyway? Then I can't see why you won't just let me have one. It's not an ordinary burning, it's ceremonial, tot. We need the masks for a ritual to banish the dog spirit. What do you need them for, mister? Whoa. Let's look at all this stuff here. One girl is in a very bad state without her mask. A very bad state indeed. You might say she's fallen ill. Shame about that, but mister, if she's a dog girl, that makes her our enemy. How stupid would we be to give a mask to an enemy? This chit-chat's pointless. Standing here wagging our tongues while life is passing us by. Listen up, mister, do you at least have some tobacco, maybe? Maybe. How about you give us a 5e of tobacco, and we give you a mask, but only one. Seriously, we're gonna burn them. Banish the dog spirit. You only care about setting stuff on fire. Me, I fancy some snuff. Brought the masks, so it's fair if I trade one off. Modest, too. What's a 5e? Never went to school? This many, 5. Tobacco up or go your merry way. I don't have that much. Then get it. But don't count on me waiting like a faithful dog. I'm burning the masks after nightfall. If you make it in time, I'll let you have one. For the tobacco. At least don't hand out tobacco to small kids or I'll be racked with guilt. Oh god, I'll be so sad. Alright, so what do we have here? Stolen halves hide stolen dog faces. Okay. My fiery diplomacy didn't work, but the kids are ready for a specific barter. 1 mask for 5 handfuls of tobacco, and I've got 1. I have 1 handful of tobacco. Where am I gonna find 5? We're not gonna find 5. That's the thing.
Rewind.
Hey Rune, thank you for the compliment, appreciate that very much.
Keep quiet in the library.
It's already, what, 5 o'clock? We only have 2 hours to find 4 more pieces of tobacco. Which is not gonna happen. This is definitely to... Why am I losing amalgam? Is it because I'm sad? I don't understand. Why am I losing amalgam? Okay, so we need to go talk to Anna Angel, and then go to her place. And then go get locked in a house. So I think that if we go this way, it does not... We can not get around this wall. We can eventually.
Tired of this noise.
Such is life.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you, or I want to touch you, I just want to talk. Do you know Katerina Saburova? She said children are going missing. You were in the playground in the hindquarters yesterday. Yada yada yada. Why do you hate children so much? It's them that hate me. Oh, really? What did I ever do to them? Those awful brats hassle me day and night. I can't get a moment's rest. It's a game to them, but it's torture for me. They leave dead birds and mice outside my door, draw vulgar things on my walls, knock on my window at all hours. They dropped a cat down my chimney once. All because I may have been a performer with the caravan. You also kidnapped kids, so let's not forget about that. You're practically a martyr. Can everyone just leave me alone and stop breathing on me? You're full of microbes. Alright, let's go check on the kids. Guaranteed they're gonna have like... Wait, does this guy sell tobacco? Is this the bartender?
What a laugh. I'd stock up on hanging rope if I weren't too lazy for that.
That's not the bartender, that's Stamerton. He does not trade, apparently. I don't even know where to find more tobacco. Aside from, like, killing people and taking it from them or something. This is not Anna's place, right? It is? What? She lives right next to Isidore Barak?
What do you have there?
Hey, Murky.
2 more hands?
Did you get kicked out too? Fantastic, you're here. Where are the others? What others? I'm here all alone. I can see that. Sticky, Shrew, and the another girl. Can't remember her name. Jaybird. I don't play with them. Sticky kicked me out of the hideout. He said I was peeking, but I wasn't. What hideout? I can't tell you. Bear said a hideout everyone knows about isn't a hideout anymore. Bear and I are friends, you can tell me. How do I know you're you? Maybe you're a Bokoldoi. What? Is there any way to check if I'm a Bokoldoi? Tell me a story. A fairy story. Bear says good people tell good stories, and a Bokoldoi doesn't know any stories because it's got no heart. I see. Any special requests? 3 days ago, you listened to a hazelnut, started telling a story, never finished it. That wasn't fair. Bear says stopping a story halfway through is a dastardly thing to do. Only a Bokoldoi would do that. A good person always tells a story all the way through to its happy ending. I hope you're taking notes, chat. How do I know you're not all Bokoldoi? You need to tell a good story all the way through and it has to have a happy ending. Otherwise, you're some kind of weird step monster. Ah, yes, I remember that. It was about Lilith and Quirky, wasn't it? Yes, I want to know what happened to Lilith and Quirky. Tell me, or you are a Bokoldoi. Let's go. Lilith and Quirky. Once upon a time, in an old town in the steppe, there lived a sister and a brother, Lilith and Quirky. And they had 2 friends, whose names were Wayward and Zippy. Yes, exactly. Thank you, little girl. Well, one day, a shaman named Bavai came to town. People gathered in the town square, and the shaman Bavai showed him his underpants. Quite an imagination you have. No, Bavai showed them his magical moving tattoos. Black skulls clacked their teeth on his chest. Snakes slithered on his shoulders, his neck, and all around his head. Black bulls grazed on his hairy back. But that wasn't all. As Quirky looked closer at a tattoo on the shaman's chest, he saw that it was Quirky's parents, Mom and Dad. Yes, precisely. On his chest, Quirky saw a tattoo of a boy walking through the desert towards two figures. They were his mom and dad. Well, later that night, Lilith and Quirky were sleeping in their hideout. A quiet sound woke Lilith up. She looked over at Quirky, and even though it was dark, she could see tattooed black snakes crawling around on his neck. Frightened, Lilith took Quirky to some water to wash the snakes off, but a snake bit her. Yes, the tattoos wouldn't come off, and one of them crept over onto her palm. Then, Quirky hit his sister and disappeared into the water, as though she'd been dissolved in it. Lilith didn't know who to turn to. The town only had one doctor, an incredibly handsome fellow named Vanil Vankovsky. The very one. Incredibly handsome. There's a lot to say about him, but the most important thing you should know is that he's a good person and definitely not a buckholdoi. And this dashing doctor examined the magical tattoo on Lilith's palm, shook his head gloomily, and clicked his tongue like this, which usually doesn't bode any good. What was the deal with Quirky? The doctor told her that Bavai had infected Quirky with a terrible sickness in order to lure him out of the hideout and snatch him. Now, Quirky was walking through the steppe right into Bavai's giant bare paws. So Lilith had to challenge the shaman to an honorable sword fight. No, that's like something from a different story. Our shaman was actually a buckholdoi, so fighting him with a sword would be completely useless. In order to find Quirky, Lilith had to let tattoos cover her whole body. And that hurt a lot. So to make the tattoos grow faster, the doctor gave her a bottle of ink. Not bad, yes. Lilith drank the ink, and moving tattoos covered her entire body. A map of the steppe appeared on her stomach, and Lilith set off on a journey to find Quirky. She walked through the steppe for a whole day. Yes, she walked through the steppe for a whole day, until all of a sudden, tattooed footprints began to appear on her skin. The tattoos seemed to run around her body. They were the footprints of jackals? Jackal tracks appeared on the ground as well. And all of a sudden, a whole pack of those ferocious animals surrounded Lilith. They were about to tear Lilith apart when she recognized Quirky. One of them had Quirky's eyes. Yes, precisely. The jackals were about to tear Lilith to pieces when she started singing. And one of the jackals recognized the song. It was the lullaby that Lilith used to sing to Quirky at bedtime. And although he'd been turned into a jackal, Quirky recognized his sister. He came closer, nestled up to her, and began to lap at her tears. Together they went off to find Bavai and kick his butt. And so Lilith and Quirky hugged and went off towards Bavai's lair. Together. It was only a short walk away, and when they went inside, they saw lots of children. Exactly. For years, the shaman had been kidnapping them and making them his slaves. He fed on childhood because he was a buckholdoi. And only Lilith could defeat the buckholdoi because she had a gun! Right! I don't think you're listening to me. She didn't have any weapons. She just used her gun, obviously. She had no weapons other than her sharp mind. Her sword-sharp mind. Brent Buckholdoi was the other name that you were thinking of using. It kind of rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? She knew that a story was what a Buckholdoi feared the most, so she began to tell him a story about a girl named Murky who played hide-and-seek with her friends in a hideout. But the children in the hideout were in danger. Lilith told him a story about me? Wow, so now I'm in a story. Yes, indeed. You and I are just characters in a story Lilith is telling so that she can kill the Buckholdoi and rescue Quirky. Wow, amazing. You're definitely no Buckholdoi, mister. A Buckholdoi could never come up with something like this. So will you tell me where that hideout of yours is? I will, mister. What a wonderful story. I gotta tell it to Sticky right away. Then he'll let me play with everyone again. Our hideout is in the factory. The factory looks like a turtle on a map, and our hideout is right below its left flipper. That means it's not far from here. I'm gonna go and have a look. I hope your friends are still there. Oh jeez, we're like super manic. Looks like a turtle. Or behind its left flipper. It's right down there. It's right here actually. We're zooming! That's the cow. As you might recall from the first game, you can buy a cow. It looks like, he did. Oh, hey, it's...
Do not refashion
Barack.
that which has grown well.
How did you know we'd be here? No one ever comes back here. Murky squealed on you, sold you out for a story. So it was Murky, huh?
Don't spit into the wind. For your own sake. If nothing else.
Murky the turkey. She should have learned her lesson when we kicked her out. We told her this was a secret place, and now the bird brain went and babbled it all over. Tell me, Mshin, have you ever heard the story of the rat catcher of Hamelin? No, who's that? It's the tale about a man who kidnaps all the children from a town and kills them. Whoa, tell us more! Every last child? Why? Why did he kill them? I see you don't trust me, physician. There's this concept you might have heard of, it's called reputation. Shard Lagatayam Shen, I did what I had to, like I always do. The children needed saving, so I saved them. Yes. Send them to the polyhedron, there's lots of children there. And if I understand correctly, it's a perfect isolation ward, the plague won't get in there. I don't like the polyhedron, Ayultai, it's not safe. Maybe you're right, but at least they won't get the plague in there. This hideout works better than the polyhedron. It's abandoned. Almost no one comes here. I've checked all over and this is the safest place. And you haven't thought of the consequences? Keep on like this and you'll be public enemy #1. That's why I want you on my side, Mshin. When the time comes, you can support me. You know I haven't kidnapped the children. Fine, I promise. Thanks, physician. They're still looking for the children, though. If I were you, I'd tell the town they're fine and you haven't kidnapped them after all. You have a point there. Sticky, go visit the Sabarovs in the Rod. Tell them I haven't eaten you. Aye, sir. My decisions echo into the future. Okay. The children are with the Haruspecs. He's protecting them from the plague. Okay. Do we want to go get ourselves locked in that room? It's 6:30. It's not quite nighttime yet. We can still go talk to what's his name? Stack, Ruben. Up here. There are some points of interest left unexplored. What is the point of interest? I just used the thing. That should tell me where... Oh, there it is. Nope, that's something else. Oh, it's here. Something's happening here. Behind the Kane's house in Bridge Square.
The sleep of reason produces monsters.
Oh god. She's here. She's been fixed. She killed me. Damn it. Well, hell. There goes the rest of my amalgam. She just picked me up and killed me in one hit. Alright, got it. The waifu is back, yes indeed. Alright, we need to not die again. Otherwise bad things will happen. Yeah, let's use that. So last time, for those of you that were here, you might recall... It was broken. Use it! Use it! Use the thing! Is it unloaded?
Who are you, Scarecrow?
Is it unloaded?
Actor, perhaps.
Projectile mode. What? Did I not do it? Apparently I did not do it. Alright, so we got through that. So apparently, if you reload the day, you lose the bullet.
The town went bad. But you, Dankovsky. How could you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Where are we going? Oh, hello. This is okay. We run twice as fast as any other thing in the entire game, so it's alright. Where is Stack? Is he upstairs?
I'm a simple man. Why talk when you can fight?
You. Didn't expect to see you here. Why have you come? I've come for you. The theater is now housing the hospital and we're in need of doctors. This accursed town has fewer qualified doctors than it has stairways to heaven. I'm not a doctor anymore. I don't know who I am, what I am. What happened? How did you end up here? I've visited the Canes. I've confessed everything, turned my very soul inside out for them. I told them I was ready to face punishment. In White Hell Days. Any kind of punishment. You know what they've done? Seeing as you're here now, they've done nothing. They've let me go. They must know you well if that's what they've chosen to do. I've been shown my proper place. They believe I'm not even worthy of their punishment. There's nothing more humiliating than the pity of the powerful. Listen to this guy. I needed to cut off my hands. So you've come to the shelter to live out the last of your days? Should I remind you that there's plague in town and you're still a doctor and you've got duties. You've given the oath. Leave me be, Dankovsky. Just leave me alone. Let me disappear. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. New decree idea, training orderlies. Recruit more orderlies. Ruben is depressed. Instead of self-flagellation, Ruben should go to the hospital and help out. He heard the offer, now it's up to him to decide. Yeah, that's true. That's basically it. Like, that was all for Stack. We just had to come up here and talk to him. Nothing else. Okay, what's the quickest way out of here? Basically, there's no quick way out. The quickest way out is to die. Where am I? Okay. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna get stuck in a very, very bad place. Is my guess. Let's go there. There, and then there. Oh my god, let me go! Okay. 10:25. Oh, come on, dude. Sorry, but I don't have anything else to give you. What? I failed to ease the patient's pain, but I didn't add to their suffering. That's good. That's something at least. Ah! Hello. Bye. And getting through here is such a pain. Later. Feels a lot scarier than it is, I'll be honest. At least the Shabnak isn't here. Yet. The waifu. Brent's waifu. Alright, we're gonna go in this house and they're gonna lock the door. It's locked. You're muttering, rustling, locked, something stirs in the shadows, the smell is nauseating. Supposed Jakob. Is that you, Jakob? Please, enough! Enough! Leave me! Go away! Go away! Go away! No, wait! Tell me, do you have nails? Do you have nails? Open the door, please. Show me your nails! At least one nail. To show you my nails, you'll have to open the door. Cut off your fingers and slide it under the door. No. I must see your nail. That's how I'll know I can trust you. Oh my. Alright. Are you not in there alone? Or your voice just changed? What's going on? Here's my finger, a sign of my trust. Now it's your turn. Alright, let's not mutilate ourselves. Calm down. Breathe deeply. I'll go get someone to help. has the key. Dude! He cut his finger off.
This is it.
He cut his finger off and then, like, slid it under the door, man. Scratches from a boat. A fisherman. Aren't boats dried outside? Why is there a boat inside the house? Oh, hello. Jakob's neighbor. For the 47th time, go away. Leave me alone, damn you.
Untie me.
It's Clara, of course. Tell him to come out. Tell him to open the door. Clara, what are you doing here? I guess you always show up when another's life is falling apart. Oh, you're here, Doctor. Getting in my way once again. That man behind the door is not human. He is mine, you understand? Go away. What are you both talking about? I live in this house alone. It's just me and no one else. I had a housemate, but he died of plague 3 days ago. It was you who asked me to come take a look at him. You found me in the hospital and told me that Jakob recovered. You're driving me crazy. I never asked you for no such favors. I did not go nowhere, and I have no idea who you are, mate. Get out of my house. How do you explain the sounds? Where do they come from if there's nobody else in the house? Do you not hear them? What about the finger? Go away, Doctor. Leave before it's too late. Everything in here is fake. Do you crave more illusions? Go see Shabnak. She misses you, poor girl. Right now you're getting in my way. I'll manage on my own. If this wretched man behind the door did recover from the plague, I need to examine him. No, he did not recover. Man went to the Black Wood. Man came back. This is bad. That wood is the root of another world. I alone can heal, but the Black Wood claims men and gobbles up their souls together with the plague. Pulls them inside its maw. We must uproot it. This is why I came. I am a changeling. I can deal with shoots of a different world. You cannot. There's nothing here for you to do, Doctor. Roots? Shoots? Another world? You're right about one thing. This is beyond my comprehension. Do what you will. Did the door just unlock? I feel like I heard a door unlock. Did I not hear a door unlock? Everyone here is mad, completely unhinged. Nails. Ugh. How do I get out? How does one leave this place, precisely? They always have such angry expressions. Yeah, well, you know, it's not a great life living out here. How do I leave? Like, I want to listen to her and actually just go about my day, but I don't think I can. Do children live here? No one has touched these toys in a long time. Why weren't they put away? Oh, it's the door behind her. Locked. Illusion. It was too good to be true. Okay, guess it was too good to be true. We have one other thing to do, and that is find 5 tobacco.
Forgot that there's so much of the world.
Why is this glowing? Excuse me? Hello? Okay, we gotta go back to the still water. Just kidding, we're gonna go here.
I'd rather not hear this.
Oh, there's a core here. Which I could have used to create another bullet, but I'm not going to. This is way too late in the day for that. Oh, God damn it.
Someone's joined with me.
So I don't know how long that's gonna hold her. Gotta get out of here. She's right next to the exit. She's right next to the exit, yeah. Well, I guess there's more than one exit, so might as well. Oh my god.
And how can you explain this? You can't.
What? I want to go somewhere. Wait, can I not? I cannot use a different exit? Why can I not use a different exit? Apparently you're just stuck. You have to take the exit that you planned on. Otherwise you get trapped. This is fine.
Vibrant. Everything's so vibrant.
We did it. We got through it. That is messed up, man. Not good. It was 1 a.m. Oh, God. We have to go back to the Stillwater. I didn't realize it had gotten so late. The day ends at 2 a.m., so we have to lock in our, diagnoses. So last time we had a hell of a time with this guy. It was like one diagnosis. one diagnosis on this guy. And we decided that it was influenza with this last one, so we'll see if this is actually correct. Yes! All diagnoses are correct. Now we can just sign the decree. Protocol 6. Alright, day 6. Protocol 6. Requires 10 orderlies, 100 medicine. Reduces contagion by 150 and causes 50 unrests. Yeah. So Protocol 6. Curfew, which reduces unrests. Stopping time, which reduces contagion and unrests. So, if you'll remember, we didn't have enough orderlies to do Protocol 5. So I think we're intended to go back to day 5, and then use the decree that we just got from Stack, which is the recruit more orderlies decree, and then do that to get day 5, like, way down. So, yeah, we'll see. Alright, we got Protocol 6 done. Curfew done. Is there anything else we can do here? Door-to-door rounds. It's a lot of unrest. It's a lot of unrests. Minus contagion plus 80 unrests. We're not doing that. Riots broke out. Yep. Yeah, we need to control unrests. So this is plus 50, this is minus 50, this is minus 35, so unrest actually goes down today. Which is really good. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're done with day 6. The rest of it is like, get the girl the mask, and I think that's just a different way to get a cow. It says she won't steal a bull. We've already got a bull. Oh, we need to go see about the children's laboratory, right. Right, we need to find the lab. The child's lab. Okay, so we redo day 6 one more time. To find the kid's lab. What's this? Buy a bull. Herdsman spoke of selling a bull, now I'm ready to deal. I already got one. Do this day one more time. Okay. Oh, what? I didn't change the thing I needed to change. Wait, we're fine. We're fine. We're actually fine. What's that? Spin. You can use it to make yourself more bored. Okay, give me the schmouter. Can I just use it? It's not a thing, it's an artifact, isn't it? Yeah. Box of some kind of crushed pills. Alright, so then we take the schmouter and we analyze it. Mixture of outdated, harmful, and intoxicating substances. Causes liver damage. Good. Five? Those are 5? Wow. Who told you it fights the plague? Catchfly and Crowfoot. Alright, we gotta go find the kids' lab. This is very important. So they can stop handing out this stuff that is actually poison.
You're too high strung.
Something's happening behind the house, it looks like. Oh, maybe the kids here sell tobacco. Again, kind of a weird thing to say. Wait, what? Hey, you. All hands on deck, enemy human incoming, weapons at the ready, aim for the eyes. No need for weapons, I come in peace. We know how you grown-ups are. Your world is built on blood and bones, but don't drag us into it, we'll fight back. There's a girl hiding at the train graveyard, her mask was stolen, she's in a bad way. Do you have any spare dog heads in your tower, or some fabric to make a new one? No way, mister, if her mask was stolen, she has to get a new one. On her own. This isn't a sewing workshop. A mask is an honor and a symbol. You don't feel sorry for her at all? We do feel sorry for her, but pity has no place on the battlefield. Losing your mask is like losing your regiment's banner, a disgrace. I've never seen Khan wear a mask. And where's Khan now? That's right, he's gone! These people. Children, I should say. These children. Felon Corda. Alright. She has 1 tobacco. $16? What the hell? These things are so expensive. Curious what's down here. Ah, loot.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Wait, am I in the right spot? Is it here? Oh, hello. Jeez. I got ambushed. Doctor, I wish to talk to you about a certain illness. Perhaps you know how one might be cured of it. I speak of the illness of the past. What are you implying? Maria Cana is ill with the past, and the sickness has sunk its teeth into her so deeply that each of us can feel it. You're one of her retinue, are you not? I am one of those who share the Kane's vision for the city's fate. Maria calls us the Signs. We are here and we stand together because we believe in utopia. But in recent days, our determination has been poisoned by Simon's death. Maria is ill with the past, and she infects everyone around her with this illness. She is mourning someone dear to her. Grief is not a disease. Oh no, Doctor. That is not grief. A person in mourning accepts death, bears its weight. Maria, however, rejects the very thought that Simon could have died. That is why I call it an illness, and this illness has quite specific symptoms. Is it nostalgia? Yeah, probably. Very similar to that. You've been infected by the illness of the past. Reminiscing. If you have specifics, I'm listening. First and foremost, Maria is fixated on what cannot be changed. Maria cannot accept that Simon was an ordinary man and that he died an ordinary death. I suppose whatever happened to his body could confuse a lot of people. What do you mean, Doctor? Did something happen? On the day of Simon's death, I saw with my own eyes the Kane people carrying a shrouded body to the cemetery. Why did you decide that was Simon's body? They carried it through the darkness, flinching at every shadow. They warned no one, summoned no one. The Kanes want everyone to believe Simon was a miracle. They shroud him in mystery, but in truth he was merely a frail old man, a victim of his own myth. Huh, okay. You say that people serving the Kanes carried something to the cemetery under the cover of darkness. Simon's kin believed so deeply in his exceptional nature that they failed to bury him like a human being. They laid him in an unmarked grave. A tragic, monstrous fate. And you spoke to Maria of this and she took offense. I love Maria and wish to ease her burden. She is a victim of a hoax. Her father and uncle concealed the burial from her. And now she is convinced that Simon's mortal body does not exist. Your word, Dr. Dankovsky, could neutralize the poison of false hope that took hold of Maria. Show me the grave. I did not see the grave, only the people carrying the body. That simple-minded girl who looks over the cemetery would not let me in. Do you know that at her age she's already lost to Twirine? Had I offered her a bottle then, perhaps she would have allowed me to observe the burial. At least from afar. Uh-huh. Got it. In one respect, you are surely right. Maria must come to terms with Simon's death. Take care of her. What? We have to go talk to Grace now. They say that he was buried at the cemetery on the day of my arrival. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, what were we doing? We needed to go find the kids. Like, little factory. Then go visit, Grace at the graveyard. They buried him in an unmarked grave. Alright, so this thing, it says it shows up on the map, but it's actually not at all what it actually is. It's like, it's a clue. Oh hey, it's right here. Catchfly. Aha! We meet at last, swindler. I knew you'd come. Everyone comes eventually. I would have prepared a schmouter for you, but the schmouters broke down. As soon as I fix him, I'll take pity on you and help you. Master Barak taught us to be considerate and merciful even to our enemies. Why am I your enemy? You call yourself a doctor, but you don't help people. How many get better? After your treatment, patients only go one way, to their grave. I, on the other hand, fended off death with Master Barak during the first outbreak. We beat the pest with our schmouters. So why can't you do it this time? It's all because of Crowfoot. It's his fault. We used to crush pills together and it worked. Without him, the schmouters broke down. Do you mean he has a recipe? Do you two have any kind of recipe? Of course we do. The recipe was crush pills. That's the recipe. Just crush pills, forehead. Make schmouters together. But Crowfoot turned out to be a Shunak. He lost faith and the schmouters broke down. And then he left. Can I speak to him? He went to the shelter. Like he has nothing better to do. Said he wanted to help people, that son of a Shunak. If you see him, tell him to eat shit and die. No, tell him about the schmouter. Tell him I can't manage without him. Maybe if he comes back, we could save everyone together again. Where do you live? Right here? This is my home and my laboratory, isn't it obvious? Here in the street. That's not gonna do. Go to the Stillwater, tell Eva I sent you. I know Eva, she's kind. Gave me some dried apples. Why'd she let a swindler like you into the Stillwater? Maybe I'm not such a swindler after all. The schmouters. Alright, so what does this do? We found it. The grimy girl is convinced their mixture always helped against plague, and now they mysteriously stopped. She begs me to talk to her barely surviving co-author. Supposedly, if he returns, the medicine's power will return too. I directed the young talent to the Stillwater. Okay, better she creates under my own supervision and for the town's benefits. So I have to go back up there. So we can find Crowfoot. Is this a dead end? Yes. There we go. Grats, you found it. Thanks. It was really hard. Took me a lot of time.
This town has gone mad.
Bye. $10.20. We can't really do anything for this person. Where's the entrance to the house? Oh god. Where am I going? We found it! Alright, nice. So where is this guy? You. Are you the town hall doctor? We're running out of food. We got a crust of bread with our soup yesterday, but today, not even that much. Does the town really have no provisions to spare for the shelter? People are starving. I'm looking for someone called Crowfoot. Ah, my dear Catchfly. You're not the first one she sent. I've told her time and again that I'm not coming back, but she still can't let it go. She's living in the past. She's convinced that schmouters can cure the plague, but only if you believe in them. We were just kids when the first outbreak hit. It was only 5 years ago, but it feels like 20. The schmouters were the first game we invented. We made it all up. We were young, naive. Did anyone actually recover from the plague thanks to your schmouters? We played at being some miracle workers, and our homemade medicines did help some people. A child's faith, you know, can sometimes be so strong it bends the world. Changes it. We wanted so badly to believe we were beating back death. And things that you paint red go faster, apparently. But then you stopped believing. Why? The Schmauters saved at least 2 lives, mine and Catchfly's. Our game of medicine helped us survive the first outbreak. But when the plague returned, I knew we couldn't carry on playing the same game forever. To live, one must grow and change. But Catchfly doesn't want to. That's right, she wants the good old days back. To her, Schmauters are more than just a game, more than medicine. They're a memory, a symbol. I asked her to come with me. Told her we'd do more good here in the shelter, but she won't listen. She's too stubborn. So you abandoned your sister to teach her a lesson about not clinging to the past. Some brother you are. It wasn't about teaching her a lesson. We're just different. Whether they helped or not, Schmauters were a miracle. But now I'm searching for a new one, and Catchfly is trying to hold on to something that used to matter a lot to us. I wish I could be like her, but I just can't. So are you going back to Catchfly? No. I come by sometimes, we talk, reminisce about the good old days or just fool around, but there's always this, I don't know what to call it, this gap of faith between us. We want different things. What is it you think Catchfly wants? I think she wants to bring back the good old days. To her, Schmauters are a way of holding on, of reliving something important from her past. I'd like to live in a world where Schmauters are a cure-all too, but I don't believe it's possible anymore. What do you believe in then? You're gonna laugh if I tell you think me naive already. I'm trying to defeat death. Believe me, I'm no stranger to naivete. Small deeds theory. The co-author accepted that the panacea is no longer exists and started living a normal life. I can only wish the same for the girl. There's no other option here. He just refuses. That's it. Okay. Well, now I have to get to the graveyard. Oh my god, what? Oh, that's so bad! Ah, there was a little thing there. And that thing kills you. It does like 50 damage. It's crazy. I didn't even see it, man. Until it was too late. Is there a thing back there? There is a way to get back there. Yeah. Put me down. I gotta get out of here, man. This is just way too creepy for me. Oh, we're going to the cemetery. Yeah, I guess that's it. I guess that's just the way we're going. We have to go through the rioting district to get to the cemetery. Having a good time on day 6, let me tell you what. Let's trade. This patrolman is just like standing here with a whole bunch of stuff to trade. Water? Don't really need that. I'll take this and this.
Только не убивай. Какие люди.
How do I get out of here?
Брат, не убивай. Какими мало мы вас вешали.
Let's see those hands. We're heading the right way.
Доктор, не стреляй.
Yo, whoa, whoa,
Мало
buddy.
мы вас вешали.
Relax.
Давай, пустай.
Oh, that was fun. Okay, there's Grace. We cannot talk to her. So what is it? What am I supposed to do here? Rumors say Simon is buried at the cemetery as befits any human. But I mean, shouldn't Grace be willing to talk to me about that? They said he's buried in an unmarked grave. Sixth sense. One of the graves is unlike the others, and I cannot explain it in words. So this is it. There's a butterfly on it. Use. What the hell did I just do?
Forget-me-nots, a tiny yellow flower.
What did I
Isn't
just do? Stop it, that's enough. Stop tormenting the earth, stop disturbing the dead. I hear weeping underground. They are howling, begging you to leave. I don't know whom I might have disturbed. There's no body in this grave, just things. So what? A grave doesn't require a body. There are many ways to honor someone's memory. Why did you need that? Why do you keep tormenting the dead? I was told that on the day Simon died, a body was buried here by people working for the Canes. I was trying to find out whose body was that. I remember them. They said it was a vagrant. Frozen to death on the street. Fell asleep and never woke up. Since when did the Canes concern themselves with burying vagrants? Why bury him in secret under the cover of darkness? No one buried him in secret. What are you talking about? When a person has no home, they have no grand funeral either, that is all. There are rumors it could have been Simon's body. I'm certain it wasn't, but still, the coincidence is strange. Why would the Canes want this? You spoke to one of Maria's friends, didn't you? One of them came here, tried to touch the graves, couldn't even tell the fresh ones from the old ones. They told her to leave. Maria's friends don't respect death. They think small people and great people die differently, and you believed them? I know the witness was mistaken. Simon could not have been in this grave. I was interested in who actually was. Did you get what you wanted? The dead are tired of you. Go now, quickly, so I can calm them. Wash the graves with tuirine. Grace, wait. You said the Kane people buried a vagrant. Let's say I believe that, but the grave is empty. How is that possible? Did I dig up the wrong one? It's the right grave. It's just that, despite what you think, death is not the enemy. Is it really so bad that a frozen vagrant whose body terribly suffered in life was freed of that body? Became something that cannot suffer? What? Is she saying he became a zombie? If I didn't know the truth about the body, I would probably end up thinking that really was his grave. The grave of that Simon forever slipping out of my grasp. Boat burial. Dispose of non-infectious bodies by floating them down the river.
I'm moldering here.
Got a new decree from that. That's creepy. One of the graves is unlike the others, and I cannot explain it in words. Did I not already talk to this guy? Do I need to talk to him again? Also, near it the heart beats faster. What else am I supposed to do here? Mystery. What? So what happened? A doll and a map in the grave instead of a body. Either a ritual or a joke, quite in the Kane's spirit. Got it. We have to get back to the Stillwater. So we can prepare the bullet and slay the Shabnak again for the day. Prepare the projectile. Once again, we cannot do anything for this person. 10, 20, 30. Yeah, that's... We don't have anything that would possibly put us in that range.
It was quiet in the night.
I think I've come to the understanding that most of the stuff that shows up on the ground in the Plague Districts is actually there to snare you so that you can get eaten by the Shabnak. Like, a lot of it doesn't kill you directly, it kills you indirectly. So where do you think this little kid is? Oh, hello. Where's Crowfoot? You promised you talked to him. I did talk to him! Wait, did I? Oh god. When I died, it didn't save when I left. It saved before I went, after I went in. So I didn't actually talk to him. That's what happened. I talked to him and then I died, and then I thought like, because I left the building, I thought I'd already talked to him, but apparently I had not, so got it. He didn't let you go, he let go of his past. There's a difference. Why Why let go of the things that make you happy? You need to hold on to them for dear life. Schmouder's got us respect. Every kid in town knew that we chased away the pest with them. You can apply our talents elsewhere. I suspect you're no ordinary child. Brent bribed the child to hide from you. I wouldn't be surprised. I saw your lab on the floor above. Master Barak had equipment like that. You make potions too. I specialize in a different field. For these studies, I need special equipment. Are you sure you're a doctor? Doctors use potions and powders. Doctors listen to nature, no recipes. You know recipes? I do. Mom taught me, and Dad and Master Barak. I can write them down for you so you can make potions. We can share knowledge like real doctors. Not long ago, you called me a swindler. What changed? Eva said you're okay, not a swindler. She said you only look like a mangy shoenack, and you're a proper doctor on the inside. Eva also said that we are colleagues. Come see me tomorrow. I'll write down some useful potions for you. Eva, as always, is too kind. Chemist, naturalist. The inventor will provide me recipes for her best medicines, but not for free. Schmouder girl is assigned to the command. Look great in warmth, satiety, and without daily danger of infection. Good. The only thing we have left undone is saving the soul and a half that thinks that she's a dog, because we don't have 5 tobacco. Hey, thigh guy. How's it going? Okay, we have to go kill the Shabnak now. We've got to go kill the Shabnak. I'm sorry, Brent. But it must happen. So I don't know if it's just going to show up in any district, or if it's like specific districts that it appears in. So I could go here. Let's just do this. I know for a fact it's in that northern district. I know it's there, but I don't know if it's here. It is not. It is not here. It is not chasing me. I don't know what these giant birds' nests are either. Okay, I know it's in this area, because it has tried to kill me multiple times here. It better not disappoint me. Out of my way. Once again, we can't do anything for this person. I need, like, small morphine. Otherwise, it just gets a bit too dangerous. Okay. I think we can do this one. So that's what? 10, 20, 30 in a little bit. We could roll the dice here. Shit, dude. Oh my god. Let's do this. How do I get it out? There we go. His heart rate is going up. How do I... Okay, take that back out. There we go. There we go. I actually got it that time. Tranquility. We got some... Amalgam back. Yes. Yes. We're saved. But the Shabnak is not here. This game's gonna drive me crazy, man. How do we get the Shabnak? I have the projectile. I'm ready to murder you. Does it know that I'm armed now? It's just trying to avoid me? Is that it? Oh. Let's go here. Got you. Goodbye. You've subdued her for today. The town is recovering from the plague, etc., etc., etc. And, yes, we did it. We actually did it. I'm so freaking happy, man. That's amazing. So good. Alright, then we go... We have to go back. We're done. We're done for the day. We did it! We finished day 6. Pocket squares? Yeah? Yes? Pocket squares, yes? I guess it depends on what you're doing. What kind of answer you're looking for? Oh my god, I've got so much currency. I have so much currency. This is insane. What do I do with all this? To go with my sharp dressing? I'm wearing a vest. Pocket squares do not in vests go. You should invest your pocket squares in something else. Alright, if I put the stuff in here, will it stay here until tomorrow? Probably not, but it's worth a shot. Hello, Divis Moores, welcome. Trade. What's this? Package. Contains some useful trinkets, need to unwrap it to get them out. Recipe for Meridorm. Alright, I guess I do need all that currency that I just packed away. So I can buy stuff from the child. Doing just fine. I'm enjoying Pathologic 3. This game is creepy as hell. It's also quite demanding. 68? My cat is here. She's demanding attention. What do I do? Quick, can someone help me, please? Okay, we got this. Butterfly in a box. The beetle. This. Split. To that. Boom. The package and the recipe are both mine. Yeah, being apathetic reduces your amalgam. That is insane. Oh my god. That's what it does. It drains amalgam. In addition to being a drain on like your movement speed, it also drains your amalgam like regularly and a lot. That's really bad. So basically you always want to be manic. So this had a bunch of matches in it. Alright, let's get out of here. Wait. Not just yet. There we go. Look at that. Look at that, man. That is good. Focus of infection eliminated 2 days in a row. Yes. Protocol 6, curfew. What did I do here? Quarantine, water filtration, and the vaccine. So we're keeping unrest even, but reducing the plague, the contagion. It's pretty good. How have you been? Alright. Time for day 7. Ah. In which the Bachelor will remember his close ones. That must be the Inquisitor. Iraida? It's all very monotonous, isn't it? Boring. You move on to a new day and the Inspector dumps more accusations on you. Tick-tock, it's always talk after tick, no variation. Like a hand on a clock. The length of each step known in advance. Monotonous is one way to put it. It's like the torture method when a water drop falls again and again on the exact same spot on the crown of your head. Your inspector has a dreadful mess in his papers, doesn't he? Constantly forgetting what happened on which day, accusing you of things that never happened in the first place. It's painful to watch. I know his mistakes are just a tactic. A way to make me slip up in case I'm hiding something. He'll come back from his smoke break soon and start questioning you about the Inquisition, and the mess will get even bigger. On the 7th day, an Inquisitor arrived in the town. Someone meant to cut through the tangled knot of intrigues and mistakes. That much is true. My point is, your prosecutor's work lacks finesse. He's burying you under false leads, so you'll drown in them and agree to any old nonsense. By correcting him, you're only sinking deeper. Try just nodding along whenever he says something stupid. He'll talk himself into a dead end, and that will be it. The Inspector doesn't really know what events unfolded on the 7th day concerning the Inquisitor. It seems like you don't want me to tell him the truth. I'm just offering you some advice. Or do you plan to spend the rest of your life cooped up in here walking in circles? I plan to clear my good name, no matter how long it takes. Considering the Inquisitor's first order concerning me, the whole situation smells a bit fishy. You don't want it to come to light, do you? Do you know your personal file says you have paranoia? Not paranoid episodes or ideation, just paranoia. In other words, I'm right. You're scheming against the Inspector. If you're going to talk about the Inquisitor, focus on the grand scene of the town elite's trials. On the well-deserved executions on the gallows, on the intellectual debates. In short, on the decisions, without any extraneous details. Are you an Inquisitor? No Inquisitor would stoop so low as to take off their iron heart for no reason. And you, I'm sorry to say, currently fall into the no reason category. Keep your advice in mind. Interesting. Well, today is the day the Inquisitor arrives. There's just nothing there. It's just empty. Alright, start day. I wish the Bachelor will remember his close ones.
It's more honest now.
town just dies tomorrow, by the way. Apparently the infection just gets out of hand and everybody just dies on day 8. We've been clawing back, like, days, one day at a time, since day 6. Day 6 didn't exist for a while, and then it was day 7. And now we have to somehow manage to save the town to get it into day 8. So, interesting note here. The calendar says that there are 12 days. This just goes through day 11. So I'm wondering what happens. Why does it end so early? There's an entire day that we're not accounting for here. Pest control, curfew, disinfection, boat burial. Protocol 5 we haven't even used yet, because we don't have the orderlies. Training orderlies. Plus 15 contagion, plus 10 orderlies. Plus 15? What? We can't just deny our way out of this? We can't just prevent dying? Dying is now outlawed. It's illegal. Recruit volunteer orderlies for command needs. And if we do that, then we do Protocol 5. Like, even that doesn't do anything. The town just still dies on day 8. So there's something that we're missing. I mean, obviously we haven't done the day yet, so we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but... clearly there's an event that occurs today that saves the town on day 8 that we have not yet done. Ten patrolmen minus 70 contagion. Interesting. Boat burial. Do we make... wait a second. Does Barack make the panacea? Is that why suddenly on day 8 we no longer die? He actually makes the cure? Is that what happens? Only one way to find out. She's just hanging out with the cow. Sorry, the bull. Eva, I need to talk to you. Oh, you spoke first. Usually you just approach me and wait for something. I can't talk about this with anyone else. I think I'm actually seeing the Shabnak. Shabnak? In the infected districts, I keep seeing the figure of a woman, though I'm not even sure it is a woman. She's incomplete, broken, with legs made of bone. And when she digs her nails into the earth, they rip free as bones, too. There, I said it. Well, okay, so he's actually admitting it. I'm having horrible hallucinations, Eva, and you should help me out. It must be hard having to go into infected districts so often, but why are you rubbing your forehead like that? Are you ashamed of complaining to me? Don't be. Eva, you don't understand. I'm actually seeing her, not figuratively. I've lost my mind. The only qualified doctor in this town. The only... well, never mind. Bachelor Dankovsky, a pathetic madman. You haven't lost anything. The Shabnak is real. You answer, and it feels like you could have said something else. For some reason, I was hoping you'd know for sure if the Shabnak actually exists or not.
Oh, Yulia is very intelligent. Shame that it's a tragic kind of intelligence.
I know it doesn't exist. I don't know what to do with the fact that I'm hallucinating it. If this gets out, not a single decree of mine will ever be followed again. I think you're asking the wrong question. It's as if you're bothered by what exists and what doesn't, or by what others think. But the only thing that matters is you. The world will become what you see it as. Just observe and it will bend. Or break. Say what? So far, the only thing getting broken is my skull when a thug's fist flies into it. I don't like that. I don't want to be the center of the universe. Learning about the world as it is enriches me. Well, that's a shame. A person can't transcend their humanity if they fear equating themselves to the entire world. That's not my opinion, of course. That's Simon's. In other words, your answer is, you've gone mad, but you shouldn't fear it. You should be proud of it. Right. You got 50 amalgam. How much ammo do we got? Have we got? 4. Okay, so she said that she would give me new... Oh, interesting. New recipes every day. But I think I bought the ones that she was supposed to give me... yesterday. Funny enough. Oh, hello, boys. Wait, citizen. We're looking for Daniil Denkovsky. We were told he was staying in the Stillwater. What's the matter? The Inquisitor has arrived in the town. You must be taken to him. His personal orders. I thought the Inquisitor was a woman. Did they say it was going to be a woman? Why the hurry? Has something happened? Are you blind or what? Plagues in town, riots, anarchy. The Inquisitor comes specifically to sort out your mess. Come on, move it. We've got orders. Oh, smelled the power, have you? Want to twist somebody's arms already? You strangled kittens when you were little, haven't you? Cut off chicken feet? Get a load of the audacity on this guy. Get him, Mark! He doesn't want to play nice. Easy, easy, guys. Calm down. No arm twisting needed. I'll go with you. Easy. Easy. Okay. These are local men. A band to separate him from the crowd. His pocket is bulging. Some sort of contraption? A gun? A wound? I think it might be a gun. What does the Inquisitor want with me? They're escorting me like a prisoner. Perhaps he's looking for Simon. He's the emissary of the powers that be. He wants Thanatica. That's so egocentric. I'll be punished for not containing the plague. They've stopped. Something not right here? They're not who they claim to be. He's pulling the gun. They showed no real proof of working for the Inquisitor. Bang. Early in the morning, in an empty street, Bachelor Dankovsky has been shot by an unknown hand. Wait, hold on. It seems you've gotten a bit carried away, esteemed Bachelor. So you've been shot? But here you are, you're sitting right in front of me. Apparently we were killed. Again. Keep dying. Back at the Capitol in the present day. Or back in the...
Stifling in this room, isn't it?
Or back in the
Hard
seats.
without a breath of fresh air.
Wait, hold on. It seems you've gotten a bit carried away. According to your account, you were executed at the dawn of the 7th day. Am I speaking to a stand-in, then? Interesting. You can just tell him, like, you're not supposed to know the details of the 7th day. So you're listening after all. I was just about ready to move on to my flight to the constellation of the Crowned King. I am listening, and listening carefully, so did the Inquisitor's men put you up against the wall or not? This bit is crucial. It wasn't a wall, it was an advertising pillar. You're still not listening. I wouldn't be so flippant, dear Bachelor. If the Inquisition is involved in this case, this may be your chance to prove you are merely a pawn in someone's far more experienced hands. It's in your own best interest to lay out this part in as much detail as possible. The Inquisitor's agents did come to me. They did threaten me. But by fate's will, I met another Inquisitor in the capital half a year ago, who, ironically, we met at a chess tournament. We're gonna play chess now? What's happening? Oh, there's a person here. What is this place? Seraphima, my assistant. She came to Thanatica on her own when we weren't yet published. She was also the first person to forbid me from submitting an article, ordering me to revise it. She's his editor. Seraphima believes in Thanatica, not in the person of Bachelor Dankoski. That's why she's so dear to me.
I'll follow you through hell, but not high water. If it gets to high water, that's on you.
True. I still think this is dangerous. I agree with you totally. Letting Inquisitors behind the pulpit, using the Institute for propaganda instead of science? How could we end up here? How could we let this happen? Do you really think I have the power to refuse the Inquisition's demands? To prevent Lilich making her lecture? I'd say death is easier to defeat than the Inquisition. I've heard the lecture this Lilich gave 5 minutes in, and I knew all about her already. She hasn't come here to teach. She's come to recruit. What if they offered a collaboration with the Inquisition to you, Seraphima? Would you refuse? I have refused already. She's not looking for agents anyway. She just needs informers. She says the Inquisition protects its own, but that's just lies. People are expendable for the Inquisition. They call themselves the law, but it's all just words. They're really no more than a bunch of common hangmen. Interesting. It seems you're on edge. Never seen you like that. Has something happened, or is it just the lecture Lilith gave? It has. My lectures and those of Platon were cancelled this week. And you're going to tell me about that when? Why am I always left in the dark? The dean didn't explain this cancellation. He said it was just schedule changes. Convenient that any changes always have to do with the Thanatica alone, isn't it? Is there anyone in the laboratory right now? Platon, as usual. I suppose even if the lab is closed, Platon will linger at the place as a ghost for a couple more years. Don't say that. Platon is a brilliant scientist. I believe he has a bright future before him. Unless we're closed down. No one will close us. I promise you that. I've never read the dossier. Just realized. I should check out the dossier on some of these people. Is that her? Platon, my assistant. Very intelligent, full of political insinuations and witticisms. Sometimes I'd stay up late with him over research in an uncorked bottle. He made so many ironic remarks about his unhappy personal life that eventually I realized it was a source of great agony for him. His unhappy personal life. Associate N. That's not her. We still have not met the Inquisitor. This is our chance, I tell you. Carpe diem! If we want to save the lab, we have to seize the day.
Cheer up, Chief. Want to hear that grey-hair joke again? The one you love so much.
I'd like to ask the esteemed Bachelor first. What do you think of this Lilich woman? She's a dangerous woman. It's better to stay away from her. I've been to the lecture. Lilich spoke of the Inquisition's function, of the hierarchies, of how the law works. You know what? I believe this is a sign. Thanatica needs protection right now, like never before. And who would protect us better than the Inquisition and the law? I'm not sure. During the lecture, I had an impression that Lilith was addressing me personally, hinting that she could help. If we were to collaborate with the Inquisition, no one would touch us. That is the law. That is a horrible idea. Everyone who's ever collaborated with the Inquisition has come to a horrible end. Yes, indeed, I agree with the Bachelor. If we swear our loyalty to Lilith, other Inquisitors won't be able to get to us. They have an inner code of conduct. They leave people from each other's teams alone. Do you really believe that? I enjoy or envy your naivete. You should have come to the lecture. Lilith has illustrated the mechanisms of the law by examples. She's mentioned the Academy, too. The Academy answers to the Inquisition. That's the chain of command. If we can negotiate her patronage with Lilith, then Attica will be left alone. What do you think, Bachelor? I'll go talk to Lilith. Good thing you're not there. You'd be useful to me in the hospital, don't you think? Failures follow me at every step. The last expedition bore no fruit. Funding is at risk no matter. I'll invest myself. So I have to go meet the Inquisitor. How very scary. I just went in a giant circle. Nice. Locked. Locked. That is a lot of skulls. Chess club director. Amazing. First time I see a player who sacrifices pawns that easily, and she's outplayed me despite that? You see. What's wrong with that? Aren't pawns meant to be sacrificed? I can see you're an amateur. Pawns are vital pieces strategically. Have you heard of the Huntington Proffer game? Perhaps read about it in the papers last year. Who won that game? The pawns did. Huntington could only win because he'd kept more of his pawns, that's a fact. Aglaya Lilich gave a chess simultaneous exhibition today. 10 boards, timed each of them. 3 of them she won during the debut. The others, I don't even want to speak of it. She sacrificed her pawns with such ease. I was sure I'd win, and I was mistaken. So Lilich won all 10 of those games? Not all of them. Mustinskaya managed to reduce the game to a draw. She didn't care about the pawns either. They kept flying off the board quicker than I could blink. And Lilich seemed to be very impressed by that. I've heard Mustinskaya's got an offer already. They're recruiting her to the Inquisition. Mustinskaya, huh? Be a great shame if she accepts. She has a brilliant mind. I'd agree if I were in her shoes. Making a career like that is a dream come true. A dream you students never learn. Every pawn is always convinced it's a queen. That's why they're so easy to sacrifice. I've heard it was the other way around. Before it used to be dangerous. Now if you work with the Inquisition, nobody will touch you. If an Inquisitor executes someone who works for another Inquisitor, they will have problems, you know. They no longer do that. No longer, which means they did. Precedent has been set. That's what I call pawn thinking. Believing in your superiors more than you believe in common sense. Get wrecked, pawn. Oh, so that's why... Now we're like realizing how he categorizes people, right? Because he categorizes people in his mind as chess pieces. Pawns can be sacrificed. Advanced pawns. Like actual pieces. Is that Clara? No. I've been attending lectures for 4 years now, and I've never seen anything like this. Full house and not a sound, not even a rustle. Lilich has a gift for capturing attention. And do you remember what the lecture was about? Or do you only remember the full house and the silence? Bachelor Dankowski, I'm sorry, it was with all due respect that I said that. Have you been to Lilich's lecture? What do you think? I repeat my question. What was the lecture about? What can you remember from it? Lilich spoke of law and ethics in medicine, of precedents and these paradoxes. What kind of paradoxes? to choose as examples. All these years we spend teaching you students, and then an Inquisitor comes and at once everyone can see the power is more attractive than any science. Veronica Croy. Oh, she has got a name. She's a special pawn. Can anyone explain to me on what grounds the college allows the Inquisitions hang men behind their pulpits? I've always thought that the Institute's goal was to teach its students critical thinking. But look at them. It's almost as if they were worshipping this Lilith woman. I know you. You're Veronica Croy, third year. I thought your last name was familiar. Is Inquisitor Croy your relative, or is it just your namesake? Damnation, I've renounced my family, I've enrolled in medical school, and still my father's name is ruining my life, even here. You can't run away from yourself. Why did you renounce your family? I was trained to be an Inquisitor all my childhood. Just imagine not having any control even over your own life. It was like being forced into a marriage, and I wanted something different. And you've made it. You're in medical school and doing great. I feel like the shadow of my father is still pursuing me even here. If only I could somehow explain to them that the Inquisition can't be trusted and that swearing loyalty to them is certain death. I'm just placing my hopes in the survival of the fittest here. If a student is indeed that naive and climbs into the mousetrap of their own free will, then they deserve it. You're a cruel man, Bachelor. You would have made a great Inquisitor. Ooh! I don't know if that's a... It's like a... She just insulted the hell out of that guy. Why do I get the impression you're trying to recruit me right now? That's because of Lilith. Her presence. Where there's an Inquisitor, there's a paranoia. Everyone is on pins and needles today. Suspecting each other.
They've grown up and grown tired of me.
There she is. Aglaia Lilith, the Inquisitor. Daniil Denkovsky, very pleased to meet you. It's not just courtesy. I'm speaking from my heart. I've already had the honor of meeting you, but I doubt you remember. I think you've got the wrong man. I'm sure I'd have remembered meeting an Inquisitor. I attended your lecture 3 years ago at Lamarca's. I even took your autograph, the girl in a long shirt. Do you remember? Asked you about the glassy lips, too. And you... Did you attend my presentation? I didn't see you in the hall. I was late, but my students summarized your key points for me. Either way, I'm glad we met. I must admit, your lecture made a powerful impression on me. When I got an opportunity to speak at the Institute, I immediately thought of you and wanted to see you. See me to what end? Your research sparked an extraordinary interest, and I don't just mean my interest. You'd be surprised to learn how often I hear my colleagues say your name. As far back as 3 years ago, you already went further in your struggle against death than any man alive. Inquisitors know my name. Should I be worried? Only if you've been violating the law. What about the laws of nature? Do they count? I should have guessed. The Academy is a bag of snakes. Those sage old men have been a fixture of the place for years. Barba non facit philosophum is lost on them by now. However, the Inquisition has its tools with which to rein in the sage old men. Remember the Neustadt scandal? He was left alone in the end. He's become an Inquisitor's servant, and the Academy no longer has power over him. I've heard about Neustadt, a Pyrrhic victory. 2 of his colleagues from the laboratory were later executed. That's a lie. Neustadt's colleagues met the fate they met for entirely different reasons. Your research is of the utmost importance, Denkovsky, and if the Academy disagrees, so much the worse for them. You need protection. You're going to protect me from the Academy, but who's going to protect me against you? Well then, Bachelor, play this chess game as you see fit, but you'd be surprised how the situation changes as soon as a servant of the Inquisition speaks the name of their patron and adds Judica causam tuam. Pawn to queen in 1. How do you like that? I might jump off the chessboard head first. The greatest lie of chess was to convince pawns they could become queens. My decision echoes into the future. What? Hang on. What decision did I just make? Back here again. This vial contains a universal vaccine. Stack Reuben brewed it from silver cells that contain liquid time. What? 1 second of eternity is contained here. Time has not yet come. So I guess we're back. Eva's here. Good. What is this? Strychnine, crystals, morphine, herbal mixture. This is 5. 10 for both. Okay, so we didn't die. Inoculation. A day has passed since the bull settled in the still water. Must analyze its blood, check how the organism accepted the sand pests. Unsolvable problem. The Inquisitor strikes while the iron is hot. First thing upon arrival, he wants me executed. How can I resist such pressure? The Inquisitor shall not touch the Inquisitor's servant. This is the law. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. So, wait. Because we accepted, like, apparently we accepted Lilich's offer to become part of the Inquisition? Or like an informant or whatever? A year and a half ago? Now we can't be executed by this current Inquisitor because that would break the law? That's really funny. Oh, wow. Take sample. First bull analysis. Externally, the bull hasn't changed, but the sand plague is beginning to multiply in his blood. Observation must continue. Okay. Research showed yes, this bull is truly infected, so I can't say it doesn't get sick at all. Observations continue. So now we no longer get shot. Oh, I see. Karminski's sent for me. Hope you don't intend on wasting the precious time of Aglaya Lilich's servant. Come on, people. Judica Kausen tuam. What did you say? Are you hard of hearing? Which part of it didn't you understand? You know Aglaya Lilich? I don't just know her, I serve her. What, have I disrupted your plans somehow? You were going to take me to Karminski, so go on, take me. Oh, this is nice. So it looks like he's brought everyone here. Saburov, the Olgimskis, Stamatin, and Artemy Brock. Mark Karminski, Inquisitor. The Inquisition is an organization of special intellectual emissaries whom the powers that be sent to solve unsolvable problems. Each has their own way of going about it. Few know the Inquisitors by name, giving them sobriquets instead. Karminski's is the Hanging Judge. Oh, good.
Things fall apart. The center cannot hold.
Well, I guess that's a pretty good indication of how this is likely to go. Daniil Dankowski, I was curious to meet you. I hope my men weren't too much trouble. I ordered them to be polite, but sometimes they're getting overzealous. Well, at least they didn't execute me on the spot. Your sense of humor doesn't fail you, even in the middle of an epidemic. I'm glad to see that, especially given the circumstances. I've recently heard some terrible news while living in the capital. My condolences. What news are you talking about? Ah, of course, this place has no line to the capital, so you don't know. Hearings are being held as we speak concerning the shutdown of Thanatica. I can imagine how tough you're having it. They're taking the wrecking ball to your brainchild while you're here. I am here. I can see what's on your mind, and I'd advise against it. I've been made aware of someone in this town who's said to help people escape the quarantine, one Grigory Filin, I think? Some name that sounded like a verb. My men are already on the lookout for him. You sound like you're baiting me. Brought up escaping, named the man to turn to. Perhaps I'm testing to see how sensible you are. Or perhaps it's the other way around. And I'm trying to keep you from making a horrible mistake. I know human nature. People are wont to do awfully stupid things, such as rushing over to the capital to attend a hearing, hoping against hope to save their science, even knowing there is no chance anymore. I need you here. If you knew human nature, you wouldn't have told me about Thanatica. Yet you chose to tell me. What's in it for you? The best way to make a good first impression is to be frank. I've been frank with you, and I'm asking the same of you. Must be nice to be an Inquisitor. You summon someone and you can't even say no. You want frankness? You're wasting my time. If you want to help, give me more resources and people. I understand, but first, you will have to help me. I will now appoint you an Inquisitor. What? I'm sorry, what? Daniil is an Inquisitor now? Not for long, just for an hour. The local authorities did something much less humane when they chose to hand you the power over the town for the whole duration of the epidemic. I've seen the reports. You've been doing well so far. You've seen everything, participated in everything. Who better than you to judge the cases of other people in the case? Say what? Is that some kind of joke? No, I'm dead serious. The accused are already here. They must be heard out and indicted. I'll be your assistant, advising you on the details, and since their fates are hanging by a thread, let's not make them wait. What will happen to the accused? Can they be acquitted? If they can't, what kind of punishment awaits them? The accused will get what they deserve. Do you consider the Inquisition's trial to be unfair? No, the Inquisitor is in the same space of uncertainty as the accused. The difference is that he can control it. Are you ready to try your hand at this art? This is a nightmare. I'd be better off shot by our men. Mark Karminski. Dossier added. He's a queen. The High Respects and the Changeling are also queens. We've seen all of the folks that are beyond the board. Seraphima, Platin, Shabnak, and the Rat Prophet. Actually, just a dwarf in a mask. Obviously. Pieces. Advanced pawns. Bacchio? The bull? He considers the bull to have more pull than, like, Stack Reuben? That's hilarious. The bull. Catchfly. Heron. Yakov Little. Korkoi. We're missing two more. Missing two more pawns as well. And two queens. Two queens we haven't even met yet. These are like the primary antagonists and protagonists of the game, so I can't imagine who the other two people are.
A decent genius knows when to die.
One Artemy Barak, nicknamed the Ripper. The accused is charged with breaking into the abattoir and the termitary, both under quarantine, extracting organs from living people, abducting children.
The stomach isn't a mirror. Fill it with hay, no one will see it.
You forget to mention that I also killed my own father. Who are you trying to impress with your sarcasm? The allegations of patricide are foolish and unfounded. The court understands that. But thank you for reminding us. Your father's death and the false accusations make for a compelling reason to grow bitter and seek revenge in your hometown. What say you, Inquisitor? Barak, you've been tight-lipped with me from day one, and now you decide to shoot your mouth off. You're giving the court more ammunition. You think this court really decides something, M. Shen? That anything I say or keep silent about would make a difference? I guess we'll see about that. Careful now, lest we find you in contempt of court. So, let's examine each charge separately. First, visiting the abattoir, possibly the termitary. A gross violation of the established quarantine. Does the accused plead guilty? I'd be dumb to deny it. I was at the abattoir. Didn't really make it into the termitary. They kept me out, but I tried. How else was I supposed to study the plague? Barak is right. It's useful for a physician to see the real roots of infection with their own eyes. But is the accused a physician? An unfinished education? Some rumors of surgical experience during the war? In a war zone, any biography can be fabricated. Who would verify it? Your verdict on the first charge, Inquisitor. Is he guilty or not? Guilty. How are you, Kuhn? You're doing your part splendidly, Inquisitor. Let's move on to the second charge, organ harvesting from the living. In other words, aggravated murders committed with extreme cruelty. I know what this is about. That stepgirl was terminally ill and agreed to the experiment voluntarily. An experiment for which I take responsibility. You are more interesting than you seem at first glance. The town has been terrified of a maniac, but it turns out there's a luminary from the capital behind his actions. Well then, the second charge is dismissed. The third matter on the agenda, according to the evidence collected by the Inquisition, the accused ingratiated himself with children and led them away to an unknown location. We have reason to be concerned about their lives and well-being. Those children can't be kidnapped. They're orphans, and no one wants them. Especially now when everyone is busy saving their own skin. I care for them, just as my father did before me. Then present them to the court. The townspeople are worried that the children may have been used for organs as well. I refuse, but why? I swore to protect them, and so far the Inquisition seems worse than most of the threats they've faced before. I have some input on this. I saw them with my own eyes yesterday. Half the town's children are putting themselves in greater danger than the orphans in Barak's care. You're willing to use your own name to refute the rumors. How noble. The court accepts your argument, but remember that ordinary people are enraged by even a hint of crimes against children. The accused is acquitted of the third charge. So what now? Any of the charges brought forth as grounds for execution. Therefore, it will take place. Oh my god. The whole town will breathe a sigh of relief today. No one will have to fear being gutted by a maniac in a dark alley anymore. That was a three-ring circus, not a trial. You asked for my opinion, but it meant nothing. I thought better of you. It seems you fail to understand the essence of the Inquisition. We merely serve the law, and the law is relentless. It is not we who make the decisions, but the law acting through us. May I have a word with the convicted? Go ahead. No need. You don't have to believe me, but I'll find a way to fix this. I will. Trial of the Ripper! How respects is sentenced to execution. Is this truly the final verdict? Barak is accused of kidnapping children on the 6th day. Accused of breaking quarantine on the 4th day. I asked Barak to infiltrate the closed areas and bring out the patient. So I did all of that, actually. So we need to change his fate. Is there a way for me to do that? Is he already dead? Is it hanging from like the... He's just gone? Okay, I can just do this here. I can't do that here. Living tissue. Yes, okay. So I cannot restart the day because I can't leave. Well, let's keep going.
And thus, detaching himself from the profane world filled with errors and delusions from its vanity, he became the foundation for the roof of the world.
The accused, Peter Stamatin, designer of the polyhedron, accused of assault on reality by way of impossible artifact creation, which puts the population at risk through its sheer impossibility. Children live inside the polyhedron. It is the perfect isolation ward. They're safe there. How can you be so certain? How do we know this monstrosity won't come crashing down, killing everyone inside of it? Have you heard it creak in the wind?
Just find the right lines.
So what? My knees crack when I stand up.
Dots. Then you'll see the answer.
My knees committing an assault on reality? Look at him, Dankovsky. Couldn't even come sober to his own trial. I didn't know about the trial. They snatched me right out of bed this morning. At least they gave me time to dress. I'd be standing here before you in my small clothes. Enough small talk. Let us return to the matter at hand. I give you the floor, Inquisitor. I believe Peter should present the blueprints for the polyhedron to the Inquisition. Then we'll be able to determine how dangerous the structure is. Huh. Funny. Your life is on the line, Stamatin. What exactly do you find funny? There are no blueprints. I burned them 4 days ago. Nothing but ashes by now. Where were they? Where were you keeping them, Peter? Who cares? They're not there anymore. You've destroyed the only possible evidence of your innocence. So we have to go back to day 2 to save the blueprints from Peter destroying them. Or guilt. This looks very much like covering your tracks. You've burned the blueprints in hopes of hiding evidence from the Inquisition. If you need that explained, there's no point in even trying to make you understand. Enough talk. You wanted to accuse me, so you did. You want me in prison? Prison it is. The noose, even better. Can we get this over with? You're giving me a headache. What if I bring the blueprints? Do you think he's lying about burning them? I have an idea where they might be. I don't think you quite understand what it means to be an Inquisitor, Dankovsky. Your job is to lay down sentences, not sniff out evidence. I'm only an Inquisitor for an hour, you said so yourself. Once I leave the cathedral, I'll be myself again. Trial of a genius. So he burned the blueprints. Peter has been found guilty. Of the desire to destroy the blueprints of his very own masterpiece in the 3rd day. So I can change the outcome for not Stamatin. Artemy Barak. I did all that stuff. I can save him. We've got to go back to the 3rd day and prevent Peter from destroying the blueprints.
Some laws are unbreakable. Those who break them will inevitably be punished for crimes against the logic of existence.
Vladil Gimsky and his son, Vladil Gimsky, monopolist cattle magnates. The Inquisition has reason to suspect that the epidemic has started in the so-called termitary, a dormitory for factory workers they own.
I've heard of this love thing, all right. Never seen it, though.
This is ludicrous. That's why I closed the termitary in the first place. I quarantined it. You see, I saved the town. And now I'm to blame? According to our information, locking the termitary has led to everyone inside dying en masse. What do you say, Inquisitor? The accused claims that he did that to save the town. Does this look like salvation to you? Technically, isolating the infected is indeed an important part of fighting an epidemic. This is it! Tell him, Bachelor, tell them all! It was the town we were caring about, the people. Didn't let doctors in, but because they'd go in and never come out. They'd be torn apart there. You created an immense petri dish, what the plague used to grow in strength before bursting out into the town.
Every little makes a mickle.
It was my fault. Silence, you fool! Don't listen to him, he's nervous, young, talking nonsense. It was no one's fault. Why not, though? Let's give the floor to everyone. If your son has something to tell us. Nothing to say here, nothing. We did the right thing. I did the right thing when I locked the termitary. Father! Silence, I said. Shut your mouth. You'll talk yourself into a noose. What do you think, Inquisitor? Not guilty. There was no other solution in the first days. A mass isolation of the infected in the dormitory has given the town some time. Please let my father go. He didn't do anything. Hush, you. I'll talk with you yet. Out of your mind, you. I think it was the younger Vlad that locked the termitary. And the elder Vlad took responsibility for it. We need to hear what the younger Olgimsky has to say. No, I forbid this. You chose our family to take the fall. I did what was necessary. I demand respect. What happens now? You, the both of you, definitely have something to do with the spread of the epidemic. But it's not over yet, which means the Inquisition cannot yet properly assess the damage done, or the gain, as your father keeps insisting. I've already given my verdict. You take to your rule quickly, a sight for sore eyes. Your verdict will be taken into account in the future. Right now, though, the Olgimskis are dismissed. And this is what you call a trial? Inquisition my foot. Ludicrous. Father, not here. I told you, keep your mouth shut. Please sort out your differences, gentlemen. So what happened here? The Olgimskis are charged with concealing the plague in the termitary. I mean, yeah, they did. But, like they said, it was for the best.
Today, I dreamt of being capable of dreaming.
Alexander Saburov, the town's governor, accused of... Actually, the executive branch always bears the heaviest burden of guilt. Unpreparedness for the emergency, suboptimal decisions, etc. Saburov, the town mandated to you, is a mess.
Well, it was a productive night.
I request that the court take into account that our town is different from others, which means maintaining order and it requires a special approach. Special? The court will take note of these words, Saburov. Inquisitor, what is your opinion on the performance of the executive powers? The governor has handed his power over to me for the duration of the epidemic. He also assisted the emergency command in every way possible. The first outbreak has shown that the most effective measure in an epidemic are those taken by a doctor. I'm grateful to Daniil Dankovsky for shouldering this burden, taking over the emergency command. The Epidemic Emergency Command, yes! Tell me, Saburov, you do understand how this might look, right? You found someone who would make all the inevitable mistakes instead of you. First, the incompetent Olgimsky Jr., then Dankovsky, who doesn't know the town. Governor Saburov understands his own limitations. I can see no crime in this. Your point of view is clear, Inquisitor. Now let's consider the additional circumstances. Do you know this young lady, Saburov?
Is a hand a hand? Or is it just the fingers? Or the prints themselves?
How are you, Father? I can't believe you brought Clara here. What does she have to do with the trial? This young lady is regularly spotted walking around the infected districts. Some of the townspeople believe she spreads the plague. Others say she heals without medicine, literally just by laying on hands. And the number of these people is constantly swelling. The girl fancies she can help the town. Naivete is not a crime. I've helped you, Dr. Man. I've told you what to do with the one following you. Remember that at least, because you know ingratitude can corrode like acid. So you admit that you know the Inquisitor. Perfect. Do you have anything to add, Inquisitor? She helped me in the hospital. I have no complaints about her. Thank you, Dr. Man. I was doing this for you, too, for everyone. Let's take a closer look. The young lady visits the infected districts with unknown purposes. She lures the townsfolk into a cult of her name. These achievements are too impressive for her age. This raises the question, is there someone more experienced behind her? For example, the man who has sheltered her. What? No, of course not. You're just making things up, Inquisitor. Karminsky. Why the naive outrage, Saburov? Have you never heard that emergencies are useful for the executive branch? The temptation of emergency powers, which can, with enough cunning, be prolonged indefinitely. Here's the hypothesis. Both the cult and the spreading of disease by the young lady play right into your hands. You're the director and the puppeteer of her deeds. No, I didn't do anything. In fact, I asked her to be more careful to avoid coming close to the infected houses. Did you go there, Clara? What deeds? What directing? How can you direct what you don't know about? Wait a minute. Either you are the adoptive father, which means you're responsible for your daughter and whatever she does, or the young lady is on her own. So what will it be? Are you responsible or not? You can't put the question like this. I repeat, I knew nothing. The court has no need to hear cases of family law. It was necessary, Father. I never harmed anyone. I just helped. Do you believe me? An excellent question. So do you agree that your daughter is entirely in the right and was acting with your approval? I believe her, but please understand, I could not control her. I don't believe the governor was behind the actions of Clara the Changeling. He's too straightforward for that. The court hears you, Inquisitor, but right now it's more important to hear Saburov. Are you ready to admit that Clara is your daughter and, consequently, her actions could have been prevented by you? No. Put this down on record. The governor has disowned his adopted daughter, thus clearing his name from the accusations, at least the ones concerning her. Dad! Didn't you hear it, Clara? The former governor is not your father. I think we should give the accused some privacy, Inquisitor. It's not every day that a father disowns his daughter. God, well, I was not expecting that. I have no idea why you would need this. Utopians. I did the Inquisitor's work. Time to report. I can't protect the town's leaders. Their guilt is too obvious to me, but whom can I help? Alexander Saburov is stripped of his governor's title. The Canes aren't at the interrogation. Did they wriggle out? Got it. Yeah, that's true. They're not here. So one wonders why.
Not incurious.
Thank you for your cooperation with the Inquisition, Dankovsky. So, is this line of duty to your liking? I don't know how you do this every day. I hope you get hazard pay for that. Don't you worry about me. You have quite a few other reasons to worry right now. It's not my place to teach you how to do your job, of course. Still, I'd like to ask, are you doing any campaigning for the populace? Raising their awareness? The provincial crowd doesn't know much about the latest discoveries in the field of hygiene, and it's not their fault. Campaigning? I'll write that down. This ought to be a decree. There's another thing. I've looked at the documentation of your emergency command. The town is short on medicine. We can't expect any new supplies during the quarantine. But the solution is obvious. Confiscate what the townspeople have stockpiled for a rainy day. You need to be bolder, Dankovsky. You hold the power. I'm afraid the rainy day has long since come and the townspeople have no more supplies. I've given you a hint, that's all. It's up to you whether you want to use it. It's just my job to stick my nose in other people's affairs. Though I admit your affairs are of less interest to me than what the Canes grace with their patronage. It's curious to be in a town that has so many assaults on reality in one place. What do you mean by an assault on reality? I don't have time for lengthy discussions. Let's try to be brief. There are laws Then there is the law, capital L, that which defines the shape of reality, the sum of facts it consists of, as well as the potential opportunities for its development. Are you still with me? More or less. By virtue of having free will, people sometimes make attempts to break the law. In most cases, futile, but on some rare occasions, they achieve a certain degree of success. At the seams, the tears in the history's fabric. That success is unstable. Reality is always trying to push that out of itself. You could say reality has an immune response. You're contradicting yourself. If the law defines reality, then how can it be broken at all? You're asking the right questions, Denkovsky. It's impossible to break the law. That's why its breaches are called impossible deeds. If they take material form, they're called impossible objects. It would be easier if you could name some examples. To avoid disclosing the secrets of the Inquisition that you are, after all, not a part of, I'll just name the most well-known ones that you might have heard of. An example of an impossible deed is the free circus performance of the Double Star Man. Flight without any kind of contraptions involved. Interesting. What? His name was Drudd, and he was thrown in prison. Must have been by your agents. Don't get all worked up. And the most famous impossible object has been discovered under a flight of stairs in a residential house. An infinitesimal point that contained the whole world. The foolish owner of the house wrote some poetic saga in extremely bad taste after looking into it. It was a point in the house that contained the world. Interesting. Got it. I thought it was just a story, a metaphor. Your bewilderment is understandable. Even in the Inquisition, not many are capable of working with impossible objects. The mind refuses to encompass them, although I personally consider them the most interesting kind of work. What do you mean, work? Is it destroying them? Destroying? No. Studying them. Disarming them. You should understand that impossible objects are always a menace to reality, and reality is a menace to them. This contradiction demands a resolution. I hope your curiosity has been sated, at least for today. I need to get back to my job. That is crazy. So he's not just like the law, the written law, but also like the laws of physics. He's an agent for the laws of physics. Got it. I have a job of my own, now that you've chosen not to execute me anyway. Deploy a task force to inform the population about hygiene rules. Medical requisition. Require townspeople to surrender surplus medicine to the town without compensation. Behold the Inquisition's justice. This was truly a show trial. Tonight, the Inquisitor will show his justice. He's gonna kill everybody. I must urgently flee the town. Without me, Thanatica will be destroyed to its foundations. This time it'll work. Grief can help, but Grief is hiding from the Inquisitor. Where to look for him? Thanatica is being killed, but I can't just flee. I must try to help the town. The Inquisitor demoted Saburov and forced him to renounce his daughter. Perhaps I should express sympathy. We got so much stuff to do now. Hello, Maria.
I often feel like someone's watching us from the other side of the veil.
And Daniil, my father's in the Crucible. He's in a bad way. You have to examine him as soon as possible. I implore you. Did the sandpest get him too? How long has it been? What are the symptoms? He's not ill. It's much, much worse. Angelus Demonus, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone from Angelus's chat. Hello everybody, hello raiders, welcome. How are you tonight? Welcome everybody, if this is your first time here, I'm the Sharply Dressed Man. We're playing some Pathologic 3 tonight. It's like a narrative-heavy, dark, depressing mystery game with time travel. So, yeah, sit back and relax. How goes the misery? Pretty good. Feeling quite miserable. Suffering a lot. We just had to sentence 7 people to death. So, I have to go back and fix some mistakes, apparently. Otherwise, these people will die. Very interesting. Cool stuff. So we're on day 7, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner, and the Inquisition has come to the town. The Inquisitor is not very friendly and is, like, judging everybody to be guilty and is handing out death sentences. The no dying law isn't working. Yeah, that's actually a good point. That's actually a good point. Maybe I'll make dying illegal and see what happens. Because he says he can't break the law, right? So if dying is illegal, then... Hey. What are you gonna do? What did you get up to today? Play some Final Fantasy? You've returned to PoE 2 and you're learning Huntress. Nice. Alright, I know you just got here, but I have to take a quick break. My cat needs to be fed. So, I will be right back. My cat is being quite demanding, and that means she's starving to death. So I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for your patience, everybody. The cat has been fed. No longer starving. PoE 2 is leaving early access pretty soon, I think. If I remember right. So, they're actually going to fully release the game. Thank you, Cowboys. New trailer looks pretty good. Nice. Right before Final Fantasy 14 goes to 8.0. Oh, good. Yeah, excellent timing. Nice. Good. Fantastic. When is that? What is the date? Do you know? Let's see. Early in the morning, the Inquisitor came to us. He pressed charges against my father and carried out the sentence right there on the spot. Carried out the sentence? Like just killed him instantly? PoE 2, they were guessing late November, December. It said this year. Final Fantasy 14 said January 2027. Oh, got it. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Well, at least we'll have plenty of things to play later this year. And then early next year. So, that's good. I'm looking forward to it. I think PoE 2 is a lot of fun. What kind of charges? He says something about impossible objects, and that father is being accused of instigating the creation of such objects. Please, we have little time. You have to help him, his condition is very bad. Probably the... What do they call it? The place, like, Simon's office? Tell me at least what exactly it was that the Inquisitor did to him. The Inquisitor touched his forehead and said something quietly, and since then Father's been sitting down, looking straight ahead. It's been several hours. I've never seen him like this. He has this glassy stare, totally blank. It's like he's turned into an impossible object himself. What? I gave him a lobotomy by touching his forehead. Which objects did he mean? The polyhedron has been here for a long time, and I think it was ordered by Simon, not Victor. The Inquisitor mentioned Yulia Lyryacheva. He said Lyryacheva did something commissioned by Father, and that it was an assault on reality. It was all her fault. What is her guilt exactly? Why are you so sure of it? A few days ago, Father said he no longer needed her services and asked her to leave the town. She got mad and decided to have her revenge. She visited the Inquisitor and framed him. Framed my father. Whoops. Uh-oh. This isn't like Yulia. She's holding a grudge against Victor. That much is true, but giving him away to the Inquisitor? I don't think so. You say that, Dankowski, because you haven't seen Dad yet. You haven't seen what the Inquisitor has done to him. I'll go to the Crucible and examine Victor at once. The Crucible, that's it. Okay, we've got lots of stuff happening. Severing of nerves. What exactly is meant by deprivation of reason? Fashionable lobotomy. Yes, exactly. First whip. Did Yulia really act as an informant? Plague time. No wonder the Kings weren't at the trial. For them, the Inquisitor didn't even prepare the appearance of justice. Plague time. It's time for the plague. We also have to go and examine patients because we are a doctor, obviously. We have to go talk to Yulia. Okay, this thing only opens on certain times. Looks like 2 p.m., 9 p.m., or I should say 2, 9, 6. What is that? 2, 9, and 6. Be also like 9:30 and 2:30. We can't get in there just yet. Oh, he's right here.
Time flies? Never. I prefer time moths.
I will say no more. No more. Maria's worried about you. She says that the Inquisitor did something to you. I will say no more. Do you remember who I am? What's my name, Victor? I will say no more. No more. Can you say anything other than that phrase? I will say no more. Allow me to take your wrist? I want to take your pulse. No more. So that's what Maria was talking about. Pupils dilated, don't respond to light. Gaze fixed. Look at me, Victor. I will say no more. I'm witnessing something like that for the first time. The tragedian. He won't tell you anything. I'm the one you should talk to. Where did you come from? I thought a shadow only appeared when someone died. That is correct. But Victor is alive. Are you not his shadow? The answer to that question is a matter of perspective. What makes a person alive? Is it their biological processes or the mental ones? The heart or the brain? Someone can be dead even with a beating heart, and physical life is, alas, perfectly compatible with a metaphysical death. What exactly did Karminski do to him? The Inquisitor Mark Karminski carried out his sentence. Whosoever stands accused of assaulting reality must be banished from it. Derealized. That is the law. He got derealized. Okay. How specifically did Victor assault reality? What could he possibly have done to deserve such cruel punishment? It was all because of a street in the atrium. Victor had entrusted Yulia Lyryacheva with one of the town's key projects. A street that created realities. Sorry, what? A street where a person could see every possible permutation of their fate. But something went wrong. The street wasn't working as intended. Instead of conjuring up possibilities as it should have, it drove people to a nightmarish state of insanity. Did she do that intentionally, or was it just a mistake? Did Victor walk the street himself? What did he see? The street was working backwards, for lack of a better word. At first it appeared the street was broken and walking it yielded no results, and then Victor found out there had been cases of people going insane after visiting the atrium. Those affected included a postman, a milkman, a beggar, and another man who's prone to obsessions. It took Victor a while to realize what they had in common. Would you like to guess what it was? None of them walk in a straight line? Yes. Victor realized the street revealed itself to people who walked it in a specific fashion. Moving from one porch to the next, he discovered by experiment that you had to start from the Cathedral Square. Stand on the first porch to your left, and follow the sound from there. What the hell? Cathedral Square, stand on the first porch to your left, follow the sound. What did he see there? He saw that the street wasn't working as intended. He saw that Yulia Lyracheva had made a horrific mistake that doomed the entire town. Could you be more specific? I've told you all you need to know, Doctor. I know what's on your mind. You're about to decide to test the street for yourself and find out if it's true. I won't be able to stop you. Just know that you absolutely should not do that. You're making a mistake. Okay. Do not the street. What if it's the other way around? What if I walk the street, learn my future, and I'm able to change it? Victor liked to tell the parable of the appointment in Samara. Of course he tried to fight back, only for his every step to bring him closer to the inevitable end. To what he'd seen when he walked the streets. He didn't just see his own execution, he saw the town. His town. Perish because of the plague. And every day since, Victor watched all the things he'd seen in the street become reality. You're making it sound like it was the street and Victor walking it that brought the plague upon the town. Urban planning. Now I'm really curious. I kind of want to go do that. Lyracheva designed a street that multiplies realities. This is Victor's guilt. I must at least glance at this incredible urban invention. Cathedral Square. So there are 4 houses here, right? I think this is the 4 houses that they're talking about. So you have to go to the porch of the first house. Where's the next porch? Okay, so I am really confused. Victor is the only one whose case Karminsky didn't ask me to investigate. Is it really that serious?
Accused of the most terrible of crimes, Gnostical turpitude. So rare and so unutterable that it was necessary to use circumlocutions like impenetrability, opacity, occlusion.
Gnostical turpitude. Alright, you gotta watch your turpituity, chat. What is it, Dankowski? Did you forget something here? You held trial of the town's ruling families at the cathedral, but you came to Victor Kane in person. Why? If you've been to the Crucible, you must already know that what I did and why. Victor Kane had been found guilty of assault on reality. The Inquisition believes his actions posed a serious threat to the state. How could he possibly commit an assault on reality? He didn't create an impossible object, he merely commissioned the work. What do you mean, merely? His commission makes him the orchestrator, which, if anything, is an aggravating factor in our circumstances. So what is the core accusation leveled against Victor Kane? I've spoken to him. You must be aware of the impossible object located in the atrium, namely a street that multiplies realities. While the street exceeded all of its creator's expectations, it has an unpleasant flaw. Rather than multiplying realities, it collapses them down to a single scenario, the most horrifying possible future. The Inquisition believes that an object like this poses a threat to the state. Are you going to do the same to Yulia? We'll decide that later. So far, we're still at the evidence-gathering stage. Have you tried walking the street yourself yet? Have you? I asked you first. You forget yourself, Dankovsky. Looks like you're still playing Inquisitor. I do the questioning here, not the other way around. Tell me, have you already made the mistake? Have you walked the street? Do I look like a fool? I think I'll politely refrain from comment here. If you value your own future, stay away from the street and the atrium. Well, shoot. Now I'm intrigued. Now I have to go visit the street and the atrium. Karminski merely acted as a valiant defender of state interests. Yes. Stay away from the state. It's in the atrium. Okay, so there it is. That's the one. That's where we need to go. Got it.
Boiling, cracking, screeching. Living.
Let's go walk the streets. Oh, hello. Well, well, who comes here? Another curious gawker, another smart aleck believing he can overcome the street's curse. Away with you. Shoo! Get out of here! What? Abide by the protocol, orderly. What's your number? Who's placed you here? My number is 0, and I'm no orderly. I'm just someone who's placed herself here out of mercy for you and the likes of you. I won't repeat myself. Get out. So you're an actress, one of Immortel's troupe? What kind of play are you staging this time? I'll explain this once. This street is dangerous. People lose their minds walking it. Exactly how it happens, I haven't found out yet. And I wouldn't advise you to try, unless you want the fashionable big city haircut of yours to crown a hollowed out pumpkin. The consequences will be irreversible. You're not the first one to warn me about it. I'm telling you, people lose their minds here, as well as the endings to their stupid lives. Not all people, to be fair. There is some secret, some kind of special route, which can be chosen by chance. Don't risk it, and especially don't try to find this route on purpose. I know it already. You have to walk from one porch to another, probably beginning with the one you're standing at. There must be a reason you're standing at the certain spot, right? I'm tired of arguing. If you're so set on ruining your fate, then go on. I can't forbid it. I am not on duty. No one's placed me here. No one's given me the order to board the street off from passers-by. Though they should have. The consequences are irreversible. Irreversible. What's done cannot be undone. I get the sense the game is telling me not to actually do this. Walk backwards. Walk backwards. That's a good idea. Why would they tell me about this and they're like, hey, this is a really cool thing that we've added, but we don't want you to do it. Just don't do it because it'll ruin everything. I don't understand the panic. To forbid something, I need to be certain that it's harmful first. Experimenting then on yourself on volunteers might just so happen there won't be anyone left to interpret the experiment's results. The more you try to talk me out of it, the more curious I get. Maybe I'm one step from a fatal mistake. I can promise you this, I won't rush into experimenting head first. I'll think everything through. Curiosity. So if you think we should walk backwards? Whoa. That was pretty insane. Just a warped idea. I think it has merit. We're gonna get a game over real quick here. Then we're gonna have to like start the game over from the beginning. Here we go. Are we back in Thanatica? The rod is under siege. I can't shoot all the rioters. Diplomacy or flight? Interesting. Alright, so that must have been like what happened at the end of day 7. If we didn't do anything.
Dull, yes. Cheap, always. Same as always. I still love them though.
I've asked them to be careful with the equipment. All our things, they were all but kicking them. Might as well have just thrown the furniture and the specimens out of the window. Savages. How long have I been absent? You used to joke that academia abhorrent vacuum. That's just what's happened. You're out for 2 weeks and the board seized that moment. They've determined that the lab should be closed. In 3 days, it was all over. I tried to find out where they'd taken the equipment. They wouldn't tell me. It was all Tellman's work, wasn't it? It was a collegial decision. Your absence at the debate was not interpreted in our favor. Professor Tellman was presiding over it. They've chosen a moment when you'd be absent on purpose. I presented a request to delay the debate, but no one listened to me. Where's Seraphima? Seraphima's at the dean's office trying to find out where our stuff has been taken. You should have seen the Dean avoiding our eyes. Pathetic sight. I tried to carry the folders out to save the research, but they wouldn't let me. Took them away from me as I was going out. They've taken everything from us. Don't panic. I'm back. Everything will be different now. Oh, so you don't know yet. You've been expelled from the Board of Trustees. The Academy has proclaimed Thanatology as pseudoscience, and you no longer have the voting rights. Professor Neustadt was the only one who spoke in your favor, and no one liked it. No one liked it. Neustadt. I'd never think the old man would be on my side, or that he would be the only one. I'm sorry, we've struggled as best we could, but right now in this empty orphaned laboratory, I'm ready to admit, it's all over. It was an honor for me to work with you, Dankovsky. How easily you've given up, Platin. Don't you believe in me in the slightest? Well, so this is it, right? This is the future that the street has shown Dankovsky, is that Fanatica will be closed. And that's it. The end. He cannot win. The rod is under siege. We didn't even get an achievement for that. The rod. The backbone, the marrow, the atrium, bridge square, the maw. Oh, the rod is like a building name, I think. I honestly don't know where it would be. Let's go back here. We have a lot to do. We have so much to do, man. The nails. What? Pass me the nails in that box behind you. Since you insist on breathing down my neck, might as well bring something to the table. Like those nails. I swear gawkers block my light every time I'm out here building a ladder. I thought it was a gallows. Well, it is. A gallows is just a ladder to the sky. Don't you know? As the Inquisitors say, you can't use it to climb down, only up. And right out of your body. That's some grim sense of humor you have. Comes to the territory. If I were a baker, I'd make jokes about cremation. You don't mind working for the Inquisition? And what's that supposed to mean? First of all, let's get one thing straight. I'm my own boss. My grandfather was a carpenter, and so was my father. I'll have you know that building proper gallows is quite the engineering challenge. Remember the paper revolt? They couldn't hang them right the first time, and guess why? What? I didn't... Forgive me, I meant no offense. I'll have you know that building proper gallows is quite the engineering challenge. Okay, so... why? Why did they not hang right? Because the gallows was crap. Well, you'd know best. Naturally. My job is to make sure the person in the noose suffers as little as possible. If gallows are just slapped together willy-nilly, you get a repeat of the Paper Brotherhood situation. It took them 3 tries to hang those men. Now that is true butchery. I heard the person who invented the guillotine was executed with his own device. There you go. Well then. Good conversation. Good talk.
Why so jittery?
An umbilical cord connects the Earth and the cosmos. It is a ladder, a spring, a bowstring. It is you.
Did you just call me a ladder? Excuse me, Dankovsky, but I'm otherwise occupied at the moment. I know about Atrium Street, I've walked down it. The peculiarity of human nature never ceases to amaze. People know the street is dangerous, and yet they walk down that street, jump right into the snare of their own free will. Why did you walk down that street? What was it for? You must have been told what awaited you. I'm trying to understand what you've created. Why would anyone make something that dangerous? This question betrays an amateur in you. The main peculiarity of any impossible object is that the creator never knows for certain what exactly it would turn out to be. It's a question of luck. Bad luck sometimes, like in the Atrium Street's case. Usually when people begin working on something, they have an idea of what the result is going to be. Do they really? Have you ever heard of Kudogin? He was a stepman who invented barbed wire. He believed he was creating something quite humane. The wire would protect cattle from predators. Could he have known that his wire was going to be used against people in prisons and concentration camps? What is it you're trying to say? When we employed Yulia, our idea was to create a street that would multiply realities. We wanted any person who's walked down the street to see all the possible branches of his future and to be able to choose. What we have as a result was never part of our plan. So this is why you fired her. Every creation also bears an impression of the creator's personality. We failed to account for that when we employed Yulia. She's an engineering genius, but she has a shortcoming that we've missed in the time. She's too rational. She relies on logic too much. I fail to see why that's a shortcoming. Yulia is a skeptic by nature. She's always searching for a single true answer, and now the Atrium Street does exactly what Yulia's mind does. It doesn't create realities, it reduces them all into one, making it inevitable. Why haven't you cordoned off the street then? We didn't want to draw attention to it. We were trying to win ourselves some time, find out what to do, how to tame it, overpower it. But it doesn't matter anymore. Victor is no longer with us. What if someone else walks down that street? You're right. I have no idea what to do about the accursed street. Cordoning it off isn't likely to help much, but at least it should help random passers-by keep them safe. I'll give an order to place the patrolman there. Let it stay off limits for now until I figure out what to do next. Thank you, and please accept my condolences. Victor didn't deserve such a fate. Consensus. The street Liracheva created is dangerous. It will be barricaded tomorrow. So this decision will impact the future days somehow. We don't know how, but it's basically committed. All the little circles with like the gears on it are important events that impact the future. Or are locked in for today. Like outcomes to quests. Things like that. Did Yulia really act as an informant? We should probably go figure that out. We need to go figure out whether or not Yulia actually informed on the Canes. We also have to be a doctor for the day. There's so much to do. There is so much to do. We have to go be a doctor. We have to go diagnose people. Save them. Well, prepare a vaccine at least, to save others.
What's going on with my nerves?
Okay, let's see. 10, 20, 30. Give them this. With any luck, it'll stop. Yes, yes, good. Good. Okay, we got some amalgam back. It's a very important resource, that stuff. Okay, there's a lot to do, but we're gonna do it tomorrow night. That's gonna be the end of the stream for today. What a game. Just nothing but mystery after mystery and weird outcome after weird outcome. I'm quite excited to see how this all turns out tomorrow. So it feels like we've got a few things that we need to do. We need to save all the people that were accused by the Inquisitor and all sentenced to death. That has to happen. We have to diagnose our patients for the day, deal with the Shabnak to fight the plague, go to the past to help fix our mistakes, save people's lives. I'm excited. I can't wait. If you enjoyed the stream tonight, folks, don't forget to follow the broadcast here on Twitch. Just click the follow button. If you're over on the YouTube side, consider liking the live stream, subscribing to the channel. I would love to see you all here again next time, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. for some more Pathologic 3 as we continue to work through all 12 days of the events of the town. I'm excited. I can't wait. Alright, everyone. See you all next time. In the meantime, have a great rest of your night. Have a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll see you all then. Good night. Cheers. Take care.